Dragon Age Inquisition was rated M for mature by the ESRB and contains blood, intense violence, nudity, sexual content, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone, my name is Amaronith and I play games for the internet, and today we are playing Dragon Age Inquisition. Last time we made it to Skyhold and also found out a bunch of shit, like the orb that Revas had was elven in nature. That's bad. What's this? Oh. A superior tower. Locate a greener garden. Oh. Well, that'll be exciting.
They have certainly spared no expense.
Yeah. Also, we are no longer trapped in horrible beige pajamas. Sadly, we're blocked by an invisible wall and cannot jump down that way. Sorry. Also, things that happened. I had clicked away. Look at our new throne. I'm gonna change it again. Also, things that happened. We were officially titled Inquisitor. We officially...
Better and better. What can't we do in a place like this?
I don't know. Let's change our throne to the Inquisition throne. Dragon Moss sounded cool, but then I saw it. Oh? The Undercroft. Cataloging Skyhold, Undercroft editions. Difficult. To be clear, we can add all the equipments our backs can bear, but structural changes are best avoided. With new walls and such, you need anchors to tie in new stone, which means excavation, and I wouldn't go messing with the Undercroft. Seems like it was built to purpose, whatever that was. The whole keep has settled on top of it. It's weathered some serious heat and pressure. There are spots that feel like the insides of a forge, large spots. I have no idea what that means. It's as solid as you get, so fill it full of tools and toys. But there's a dwarven name for someone who tries to change an old building like that. Sodding fool. Structural evaluation for Lord Llewellyn's consideration. Mason Gatsy. Wait. No. Okay. Well, at least in our little nap with Solus, which sounds awkward, things are different. They cleaned up the main hall. Construction report, request to fight. Workers finishing the banner placements are requesting more important tasks. Several wish to train with swords so they can fight, more directly serving the Inquisition. They traveled to join a war, not dress up a keep. Can't say I disagree. Foreman Shurus. Our enemy cut a hole in the sky seen everywhere. We looked upon it from below, but it need not humble us. We may fight because we are many. We are many because the Inquisitor inspires. The Inquisitor inspires because of his growing legend. Part of this legend is what the masses find on arrival. That is the job of your workers. Not vanity, but veneration. Not impulse, but elevation. Their skill as workers is greater threat to the enemy than their numbers and half-trained soldiers. Lady Montilier. Oh. Construction report. Death on the wall. One of our finishers, Garen, fell from the scaffold and landed on paving stone. He had breath for an hour, but his eyes were still. He died, and the Chantry sisters wrapped him. What should we do? Foreman Shurus. Have them commit his body with those we have lost since Haven. I will record his sacrifice for the Inquisition, move his fellow workers to another site, and allow them time off with pay if they request. Ensure that all workers do their jobs safely. We are in war, not a race. Rushing does no good if we harm ourselves. We are all the Inquisition. Lady Montpellier.
Someone emptied a whole bag of turnips into the fire. Ah, make it, the smell is everywhere. I was going to use them for dinner and then... I can't recall who took them.
Huh. Oh.
Hello, Inquisitor. Honored to help with these, whatever they are. Honored, Inquisitor.
Hello.
Gotsy Sturholm.
Gotsy.
Did my part on the walls. Now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know it's worth to the fight exactly, but it's good workmanship.
What? Oh. The mosaic tiles maybe we've been collecting. Maybe. What's your experience?
Where did you learn your skills?
Orzammar. Carved a few statues in my day. And before you ask, yes, I chose to leave. I carved a paragon who turned out to be a sodding madwoman. Couldn't stand looking at it. The memory of a dwarf, right?
What are these tiles?
Any ideas about the origin of these reliefs?
To Vinter, early. It's in the tool marks, the grain. That's hard dust mined from the 100 Pillars, if I know anything. Oh, I suppose the scene is probably full of Tevinter robes, too.
The 100 Pillars.
Damnedest things. Massive spires that aren't stone. It's like a mortar. Don't know more than that. Strong, though.
Can you interpret the meaning?
Do you have any insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what. You finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
Bye.
Another time.
Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
Thank you, Gutsy. What? Ooh. What's that?
Thank you for Haven. Less so for Redcliffe, but I am committed to serve your worship.
Fertile ground. Even here. This hold has everything.
Plant seeds in Skyhold's nursery to grow herbs for crafting. Find seeds, gathering herbs. Construction report, scaffolding. Third fall in as many days. We need more sandbags. It's almost impossible to drive an anchor between these blocks. The place was built to last, but that makes it a fight to build it up. Baronol, roofer. Approved. The Inquisition needs its people on good legs. Sir Morris, quartermaster. It's not our quartermaster. Thren's our quartermaster.
I do not miss the tavern.
Huh? Bride of the Maker. Maker, though I am but one, I have called your name, and those who come to serve will know your glory. I remembered for them, they will see what can be gained, and though we are few against the wind, we are yours. Canticle of Trials, 5-1. Okay. Okay. Oof. Where I have not found Dorian. How many people do you imagine Revas is absolutely terrified by just jumping down? Letter to an Inquisition agent. My darling Wilbur, I am so proud of you. We hear so much about the Inquisition in the village. It makes me so happy. It makes me happy to know you are doing your part. I'm sorry about what happened to Haven. I will light a candle in the chantry for the fallen. Please take care of yourself. I know what you're like when things get busy and the fate of the world when things get busy and the fate of the world hangs in the balance. You must take care of yourself before you can help save the world, you know. Don't forget to eat. You're still in the mountains. It must be cold and wet. Why couldn't it be a fort in the hinterlands? Then you could be closer to home. Well, dress warmly. Shall I send you a blanket? Anyway, you should write more often. I don't understand why you can't tell me what you're doing. You shouldn't keep secrets from your mother. Love always, Mother. P.S. What do you mean I have to address the letters to Rector? Is that what they call you there? Why? Your name is Wilbur Quigley. It's a good name. Wilbur was your uncle's name. He fought in the Battle of River Dane. We were all so proud of him. Are you ashamed of your given name? Why are you ashamed, Wilbur? Well, let's plant some seeds. Nope. Oh, we have to... we need to collect new seeds. I see. Elan Vimal.
Inquisitor, Elan Vimal. Honored to represent the College of Herbalists and offer my services as apothecary. My colleague Adan was clear about the worth of your cause. I look forward to assisting him.
Welcome aboard. He thought highly of me?
He didn't seem all that friendly toward me.
A sign of his respect. Smiles are saved for fools, so they leave quickly. All the mundane needs of Skyhold will be well tended. If you note anything special, let me know. I'm here to serve the cause we must.
Adan liked me, y'all. What? Huh. Okay. Nope. I'm already lost. Oh boy. Open. Okay. Where? Oh! Solace! I will catch up with you some other time. Because I'm still a little freaked out. Hi!
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
Not at all.
You don't need to worry about me. I can keep up.
Yes, I noticed that.
Did you now?
Certainly. If you were a slack-jawed yokel, you'd already be dead. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
They say the Chantry is lying?
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
He could be lying.
We only know what Corypheus claims to be.
True. He might be a convincing liar, or delusional, or insane. But how many delusional maniacs are going to have that knowledge? He broke open the Fade. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no. It was us all along. We destroyed the world.
It's not destroyed yet.
Last I checked, the Blights hadn't actually destroyed the world.
Not for lack of trying. If they were more clever, they'd have unleashed something that would really do the job. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
I don't need their thanks.
That's not why I'm doing this.
I knew there was something clever about you. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Thank you. A friend in Canaris. Operation available. We've got another one. Oh! Fiona, you're here!
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
I believe in your cause.
You rebelled for good reason.
I'm pleased to hear you say that, Inquisitor. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
You were a Grey Warden?
You were once a Grey Warden?
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
That didn't bother you?
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a Warden.
You started the rebellion.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi. But I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
Hang on. Okay. How did Alexius take control?
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe?
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
You still lead the mages?
You're not still the Grand Enchanter, then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
The circles will return?
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. We can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
Everything is well?
I trust everything is well with the mages?
Most are pleased with the Alliance, even if we wonder what will happen next.
I'll leave you to it.
Okay. Oh, more of the folly of not Sheraton. Helisma. Helisma.
Greetings to you, Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
You replaced Maeve.
You're taking over the duties of Maeve?
Yes. A death provided the vacancy. I am told there are many who will miss her. My skills will ensure that you do not miss her ability.
What are your abilities?
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
What makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
You're tranquil.
You were made tranquil?
Yes, I am tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor. I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My skills are well used in my current position.
How are your duties going?
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Adequate, based on the partial improvements to Skyhold.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Oh, Inquisitor, greetings. I was recently appointed by Sister Liliana to keep her books in order. I'm so pleased to be here, helping out in my small way. Well, I should get back to work. One day I'm going to read all these books. One day, when I have time. We're supposed to have 52 copies of Hard in Hightown. And we're missing all but 4.
Now we can look for scattered copies of Hard in Hightown all throughout Skyhold. Fun. Okay. On the condition of your charges. Dear Liliana, you'll be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Schmooples II is still unhappy about his meal plan and tries to get into the pantry. I had to have a bolt installed, and now he whines constantly. The 2 little ones are still a handful, but good news! I've managed to discourage Boulette from relieving herself on the silk rug Justinia gave you. Felicienne, from 2 doors over, has been visiting almost every day to play with the nugs. She's quite delightful, and Schmooples II is fond of her. I suspect it is because she brings him sweets from her father's shop. I had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house, however, as someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago, an agent of one of the Blanchards, hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets. I neutralized and interrogated him. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the Blanchards about their spies. All I had to do was put Schmooples II in his face and tell him that I hadn't fed the creature that day. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Ferelden as soon as possible. I have arranged for Garder to take over nug keeping. Sparrow. Found in Skyhold's rookery. Oh God, okay. Sadler. Baron Plucky. I don't care how many missions he's flown or how many lives his actions have saved. He is a holy terror. Nearly pecked out my eye last time I tried to attach a message to him. All the dramatic flapping and squawking caused the sister to come over. You should have seen her look when she snatched the letter from me. If I had a weaker constitution, it might have killed me on the spot. I suppose she thought I was trying to murder her prized raven. And all she had to do was coo at him, and the Baron hopped onto her shoulder, all sweetness, and nestled into her neck. How does she do it? All the birds like her. Is it blood magic? It's blood magic, isn't it? Weaver. A fine time to close a border. This is too long. Oh! We found one of the Hardened Hightown copies. Buy it.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
I blame Corypheus.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
Or we could have lost both.
More likely they would have stayed out there, died, and we would have lost Haven anyway.
You don't know that. Their lives could have bought Haven a small chance. My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Our men are not disposable.
Our people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter.
Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus...
We are better than Corypheus.
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies. Our agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
Always looking to gain.
You're always looking for some way to benefit, aren't you?
It's what I'm here for. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
You must miss Justinia.
The Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling?
Oh, you are referring to my outburst in Haven. I am much better now. Justinia was such a dear friend and there were so many things going wrong.
Tell me about it.
Sometimes it's best to talk these things out.
I was with the hero Ferelden when she defeated the Archdemon. With her by my side, anything was possible. But there is no happily ever after, not when life goes on. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now, Justinia is dead. I was angry. I felt betrayed. But I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me. I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Don't apologize. You were grieving and upset. I understand.
Thank you. Now enough of this. Let us think more pleasant thoughts.
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
I've agents stationed by the ruins of Haven should Corypheus or his lackeys return. So far nothing, and the breach has been quiet for some time. That is something at least.
I'll leave you to your work.
And...
I'm listening.
Nope. Go away.
I'll leave you to your work.
Whoop. Ah, you're fine. Anyway, right. Where's... Oh. Cullen's office. Speak with Josephine. Okay. Well, let's go this way. Found another copy of Hardened Hightown.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the highest stakes, and to the death.
The court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Dangerously unstable?
Exactly what do you mean? How is it more dangerous than usual?
The Empress is in the middle of a civil war. Her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, seeks to take her throne by force. Leliana reports that a group of elves has been sabotaging both armies, drawing out the hostilities. Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of Thedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus. Celine is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
And I don't have a thing to wear.
A grand masquerade. I need to go shopping.
I'll arrange for an invitation at your discretion, Inquisitor.
They also, like, if you pick another choice, they also will tell you that, like, when we tried to tell the Empress about what like, there's a threat, like, we weren't taken seriously. Okay. Yeah, we can go to the war room. Oh. This way. This leads... to Cullen! I'll talk to you in a minute. I know this is your office or whatever. And this is technically your bedroom. You need your roof fixed. Okay. Another copy of Hard in Hightown. Sorry. The librarian's in a snit. I guess you... But it didn't look like you were reading it.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. They're in Fall Redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall, until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
I believe you.
The Red Templars swarming Haven were proof enough.
We cannot allow them to gain strength. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
Good thinking.
I like finding the Red Templars' vulnerabilities before fighting them head-on.
We'll need every advantage against what courses through their veins. Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
And that's there. Okay. So that's another thing. Okay. Yeah, Haven is so big, it's got its own fast travel system. It's fucking wild. Let's check on the war table. Since Welcome to Skyhold won't be completed without it, and it's just a big ol' mess. No Cassandra. Ooh, secrets. Yes. Okay. Okay. Disaster in the deep roads.
Are you all right, Leliana? Are you? I suppose not. Haven was trying.
We have so many jobs. Ah, but some are resource gathering. Okay. Secure a route through the Frostbacks? Inquisitor. The route leading west from the Felomire is ready for use. My agents have found the shortcut most helpful. A secret's usefulness is often measured in hours. Enhanced belt of the Winter Pact. Nice. Gather coin. An ally from Starkhaven. I look forward to future collaboration with the Inquisition. Please accept this gift from the Vale family's coffers. May it be put toward relief efforts in Haven. In Andraste's love, Prince Sebastian. Okay. Acquire the Arcanist. No time. Excellent. Skyhold has incredible potential for rune crafting and mastercraft smithing. If only we had a gifted mind to call... Bleh. If only we had a gifted mind to gain full benefit. The War and the Venatori have claimed many experts, but we have located an Arcanist with great skill and a reputation for humbling first enchanters in both Andrastian and Imperial circles. Ooh! 2 assassination attempts and at least 1 explosion have made landholders reluctant to allow her passage through their territory. It will take significant effort to bring her from Tantervale, but this Arcanist would be invaluable to the Inquisition. If we have Josephine do it, alliance can overwhelm any concern. The owners of where she will travel need only be convinced of the worth of pleasing us. Leliana says to bar passage, they must know she's there. They will not. And Cullen, a full retinue will secure her safely along the Imperial Highway. Leliana. The Arcanist has been secured, despite great cost and the concern of more than a few traditional-minded mages. She awaits a meeting with the Inquisitor in the Undercroft. Okay. Okay. Protect Clan Lavellan. And strike a bargain with merchant princes. Okay, hang on. There's so much. This we can't do until the post-game. Like, between now and the post-game DLC, like, between the, like, game we can't do it until after. Anyway. Memorial for Haven, in your heart shall burn. Nope. Dorian's request. Power for a price. Specializations for the Inquisitor. I can ensure instructions for the legions who want to join, but can we expect the Inquisitor to remain a leader while training with a subordinate? He's a figurehead of inspiration and should be rightly one of the aspiring. There. And should rightly be one of aspiration. Promoting a specialist from within the ranks seems lacking. With due respect to our people, the needs of the Herald are so specific, I recommend looking outside for the best combat specialists to be found, regardless of their affiliation. Sir Morris, Quartermaster. And Leliana says, he's right, I will ensure the best training, no questions asked.
Inquisitor.
Specializations for the Inquisitor. The best of the best have been summoned. Training with these specialists will ensure the Inquisitor's abilities remain at their height. Okay. Before anything else... Protect Clan Lavellan. Dalen, I would not trouble you normally. You have enough on your shoulders, fighting ancient Tevinter magisters while representing your people. Unfortunately, the rifts that plague this land have spread chaos and fear along with them, and many seek to take advantage of it. Bandits are attacking Clan Lavellan. The raiders are well armed and heavily armored, and they come in numbers our hunters cannot match. We have settled in a small, unclaimed valley not far from Wycombe. A safe place with few rifts, but these bandits may force us to seek a new home. If your Inquisition can help, you might save our clan much hardship. Dareth Shiral, Keeper Estimatorial Lavellen. Josephine, the Duke of Wycombe is an Inquisition ally. It is odd for him to let bandits so close to his city. Perhaps he could help the Dalish. Liliana, these seem too powerful to be mere bandits. My skirmishers can harass their flanks and give the Dalish a chance to retreat to safety while I uncover the truth. Or Cullen. No simple bandits would attack a Dalish camp with such force. My troops can give the Dalish much needed support. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, this is a tricky one, because in order to keep Clan Lavellen alive through the whole thing, you need to do a certain order of things. So it's protect Clan Lavellen with Liliana.
Inquisitor.
I don't remember if I even read their stuff. Okay. Shadows over Denerim. My Lord Inquisitor, first I feel I must apologize. When I arrived at Redcliffe Castle, things had progressed to a point where I simply wanted the rebel mages and everyone associated with them out of our lands. Now that time has passed and the breach has been sealed, I've come to learn more of what you represent, as well as the true threat you face. Of course, I speak of the Tevinter cult, which I have reason to believe has infiltrated the royal palace in Denerim. Seeing as the Inquisition knows far more about them, I would ask for your assistance in hunting down these spies before they do what they did in Redcliffe. All of Ferelden would be grateful. Okay. Hang on. Okay. And Cullen is the only one we can send, so send forces to aid in the manhunt. Not only should we help, but everyone should see us doing it.
All right.
And conscript for the Inquisition. Deal with that later. And I want Liliana on this one, so... Oh. Can't do that one. Ruffles. First off, you play a mean hand of Wicked Grace. Second, the lead you dug up on finding this Bellenforth guy in Kirkwall is starting to show some promise. I got my editor to look around for me. She's a coterie boss, so people tell her things whether they want to or not. She's tracked down the poor sod carrying the manuscripts out of Kirkwall. This is where it gets weird. The courier is a magistrate, Lord Werner Camring. The coterie won't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Maybe you could have a polite word with him for me, Varric. I'm owed a few favors in the Viscount's office. I could call one in. We'll deal with that later. I need a thing for Josephine. Oh, we've got more places to open up. Truth or Dare. friend in Canaris. According to Dorian, while most Tevinter Magisters are not Venatori supporters, they will also not raise a finger to prevent the Venatori from wreaking havoc in the south. There are some, however, who see the cult for what it is and are trying to expose it. A Magister contact in Canaris by the name of Maveris Tilani is attempting to introduce a law in the Imperial Senate which would see Venatori activity sharply curtailed in Tevinter. Dorian suggests that quiet Inquisition support of Maveris would be beneficial, and ultimately could drum up support from other Magisters fearful of what Revas represents. I have contacts in Tevinter, although not many. Still, trading a few favors could help this Magister a great deal. Tevinter is a land where secrets are weapons. Fun fact, Tilani is actually a cousin through marriage of Ferrix. But anyway, right. Truth or Dare, Lake Celestine. A page from Travels of a Chantry Scholar lies on the table. This passage is circle. The region between Lake Celestine and the shores of the Waking Sea is known as the Heartlands, a place of vineyards and gilded marble estates the locals refer to as cottages. It is often said that Orlay's heart is plated with gold, and so it seems fitting that the Heartlands are perhaps the richest place outside of Valroyo. A note is written at the bottom of this page. Comte de Moriere and Marquise Courtemans. Both are spending money like water, which to pursue, and Josephine is the only one we have available, so Comte de Moriere is a distant relation of the Empress. We should speak with him first.
At your service.
Okay. That all done. Oof. Okay. Investigate the shards. Was it completed? This has a plot thing over it, so I'm not opening it yet. Investigate the Exalted Plains. Cullens. Our spies looked into the breakdown of contact between Valroyo and Imperial Army forces in the Dales. Troops on both sides agreed to cease hostilities, then retreated to their camps to await outcome of peace talks. What occurred after the withdrawal is a mystery. The last communique from Gaspard's marshal reported a rash of desertions. After that, silence. I agree with that this warrants further investigation. Do what you will, and my agents will lend support. Leliana. Forces. We can march soldiers into the Exalted Plains and position scouts in strategic areas. If lines of communication are down, we must prepare for anything. We have established an outpost in the Exalted Plains. Lead Scout Harding is en route and awaiting further orders. No, not travel now. And we also got Exalted Plains resources. And make contact in the Emerald Graves. We've been contacted by a Fairbanks, who says he has information of value to the Inquisition. He offers a trade. The information is in exchange for the Inquisition's help in eliminating a dangerous rebel band calling themselves the Freemen of the Dales. There have been reported sightings of these rebels all over the Dales. Whether they have caused significant problems for Elysian troops. Where are they? Uprooting them could be a good move for us. First, let us see what Fairbanks has to say. He's hiding out somewhere in the Emerald Graves, a legendary Dalish forest. My spies report that he is well acquainted with the area and its terrain. He could prove a useful asset if we choose to trust him. At your word, I'll send emissaries to meet with Fairbanks, along with hidden agents to watch him. Lead Scout Harding made contact with Fairbanks and his men in the Emerald Graves and had a run-in with the rebel freemen of the Dales. They are as violent as we've been led to believe. As for Fairbanks, Harding was unable to coax much from him. He will only share what he knows with the Herald of Andraste, it seems. Fairbanks is holding his information close to his chest. I wonder if it might relate to something bigger than just the freemen of the Dales. If there is a chance at all, then we must learn all we can from him. Harding has set up an outpost in the Emerald Graves. Be careful, Inquisitor. The Forest of the Graves is treacherous and home to enemies both new and ancient. Liliana. No. And we've got 35 things left. Disaster in the Deep Roads. The Inquisition has received an urgent request for aid from Orzammar. A subterranean earthquake has collapsed one of their lyrium mines and endangered several others. Even worse, tunnel seals preventing darkspawn from overrunning the dwarven and occupied deep roads have crumbled, along with hordes allowing the enemy to invade. Orzammar is a key provider of the Inquisition's lyrium supplies, and as such, its security is a top priority. The earthquake opened a fissure in the Stormcoast Mountains, granting direct access from the surface to the threatened region underground. Constructing a mining lift at the fissure site will permit the Inquisition to transport forces directly where the Darkspawn fighting is fiercest. Young man! Orzammar has the experts we need to build such a lift. At your discretion, I can hire a team of their best. I know where to find people who can build a mining lift quickly and safely. We need to move quickly to contain them. I'll dispatch my best people to the Storm Coast at once. Let's have Liliana. A construction team arrived in the Storm Coast Mountains and set up a mining lift to transport Inquisition forces from the earthquake's fissure opening down into the deep roads. A report sent by messenger bird. Whoop. No. Ah, god damn it. I missed what it... There we go. Inquisitor, the mining lift in the Storm Coast Mountains will be finished by the time you get here. Anyone going into the deep roads should dress accordingly. Don't skimp on the armor and bring the best weapons in Skyhold's arsenal. I also recommend packing plenty of dry rations. Most things down there will be looking to eat the Inquisition, not the other way around. Scout Harding. Okay. Well, all that said and done. Oh, jeez. My mouse has been on screen this whole time. I apologize. Meanwhile... Hey, friend.
Thanks for my life in Haven. You've all sorts serving now. If that means change, so be it.
Well, let me know if you find one.
It's good to see you.
Someone left sliced plums on the windowsill again. The juice is attracting flies. There are spiders everywhere. The plums were right in front of me, but I can't quite recall who took them.
That's the second thing I've heard. Alright, let's head down. Construction report, mixed elements. I'll match as best I can, but there are two substructures here. Skyhold was built in stages, or rebuilt. Is this where we want to invest? If it's fallen before, how can we be sure it won't fall again? Janie. Foundation repair. 2 words. The Inquisitor. Invest and commit. We are as strong as the will of the weakest of us. It's Cassandra Pentagast.
Glad I'm working with you, I'm not one of them.
What? Assassins? Templars? Mages? Magisters?
No, one of them.
Sisters? Nobles? Merchants? Commission men? elves, you twit. Is that it? Human.
Hey!
Lord Inquisitor, Bonnie Sims at your service. I trust good secret was not too coarse. Now that you've come to some good fortune, you deserve an upgrade. As master of the tradesman, I stand ready to supply your every need.
How can I bring in commerce?
Skyhold needs a healthy flow of goods. How can I help?
Free the trade routes of obstruction. Restore security to the outposts, the keeps, and the merchants will find you.
Okay, the tradesmen.
Who or what are the tradesmen?
A following of sympathetic and profit-minded individuals who promote local craftsmen and fair importers. A guild of sorts. Although that implies counter-affiliations we are not interested in crossing. Our purpose in the Inquisition is legitimate and honorable. You will have what you need at honest prices.
Where is Sigrid?
Sigrid survived Haven. Where is he?
About? Doing good work for you and yours? But this position is now more desirable. It was time arrangements were made. I shall make every effort to prove that this is an upgrade.
What can you do for me?
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
What you need, and more. It takes great coordination to make a remote location seem central. While there is no doubt the boutiques of Valroyo display the grandest of the grand, they do not travel. At least, not yet.
You're master of your group?
Why are you a mere merchant if you are the master of this group?
I wish to avoid the suggestion that I am a posturing commander atop a structure of malcontents. It is better to remain active, hands-on. Do you not agree, Inquisitor?
We'll speak another time.
Certainly, Lord Inquisitor.
Anyway, let's... Hey, Mr. Dennett.
All's well?
How's the family?
Are your wife and daughter doing well?
Elena's minding the farms. Sienna's still running her full races. Wouldn't be fair to drag them up here. I miss them. But someone has to save the world.
How are the horses?
How are your chargers? Well supplied?
Surprisingly well. Not many could feed these people, let alone their mounts. Makes me wonder what you're capable of.
Any news?
Heard anything worth noting?
Too busy to hear things. And that's how I like it.
Noted.
Farewell.
Make her be with you.
Okay. Alright. Let's talk to each of these... They're specialists.
I received a bird. It had a note. Now I am here.
You're here to train me?
Ah, that is it. The Inquisitor wishes to become more than Inquisitor. Perhaps he wishes to walk in shadow, even as he is bathed in light. To save life through inflicting death. Childish notions. The profession of assassin has no time for it.
I respect the profession.
Your profession has my respect. I'm eager to learn.
Really? We shall see. Let me first say he does not want to be an assassin, any more than he would wish to be a sword or a cudgel. Such are the weapons of others. They lack intent. He must become his own assassin. There is a difference. Let me next say, death has nothing to do with it. Death is the payment, the byproduct. Our way is between life and death. It is a door through which he will send others.
What are the risks?
Is there a danger to this?
The trite answer is that there is a danger to everything, but also a use. There is no physical cost, no corruption, only action. He may come to see others as mere things. That can be off-putting.
Are you like a bard or a crow?
I know of the Antivan crows and the bards of the game. Are you similar?
They are servants. The Inquisition did not request a servant. They asked for the means. I am a trainer, and as such, I am not tethered. Some find that freedom unsettling. That is my servant.
Why is this a good discipline?
Tell me the benefits.
Our way is the sudden strike that overwhelms. The leap from shadow and back. We hit where and when it hurts most. In so doing, we send a message. No others invite death so efficiently. That is what the assassin offers.
I won't commit to this yet.
3 Eyes.
You're the Inquisitor, hmm? Honored. Don't ruin it.
Ruin it?
By pretending to something you're not. If you want things just so, what I have to teach will be lost on a fool. Your people asked for an artificer. My name is 3 Eyes. Let's get started.
You have my welcome.
Thank you for coming. Craftsmen are always welcome.
Enough of that. Treat it like a craft, you're dead. The artificer builds for battle. We survive through detail and efficiency in equal parts. What some forget is that artifice, not artistry, sets the better snare. Save the soul for a showpiece. You don't want to love your toys so much that you're picking rivets off the field. Makers need some distance, dignity.
You mentioned makers.
You used the term makers. Why?
The Chantry won't teach you this, but it's obvious. The Maker is an artificer, the first. He crafted his traps, his children, set them loose to do his will, then turned away. Every battlefield is a world we shape. We decide the landscape, and when we're done, we turn away. Artificers are makers.
Your name is... Oh, here we go. What about arms like Bianca?
Do you make showpieces like Varric's crossbow Bianca?
I know both names.
And?
He holds it too tightly. Things are things. If a trap saves your life, do you thank it or your hard work? I don't teach vanity pieces. I show you how to survive.
Why is this a good discipline?
What makes this better than other disciplines?
Nothing beats the preparation of a good trap. Let a child rush about the field. I know where my enemy is forced to be. That look in their eyes when they know they've lost, it's all the sweeter when they don't even know why. We control, we shape, we command. The fool who fights the artificer dreads every step.
Your name is 3 Eyes.
Why are you called 3 Eyes?
Every toy I place is another weakness gone. Another eye to watch the enemy. I can be everywhere on the battlefield, and so can you.
Not yet. I'll come back to this.
And Kim.
This is a fine fortress. It's very quiet. I wonder if you tire of quiet. I am keen, Inquisitor. I bring the maelstrom,
look.
the Tempest. Are you interested?
I'm eager to learn.
I'm ready to give your tutelage my full attention.
Your full attention? Dangerous. They say you're in charge. I say, from where? From the thick of things? From the fore? That's how you create victory. You wade in, smash a glass, make a mess, and change the battle from within. You may think you now lead, but when you're the Tempest, you're someone to follow.
Your name... Okay. Smash a glass? What's that?
What do you mean by smash a glass?
I mean exactly that. We use concoctions to cover ourselves in the elements.
Like potions?
Battle is no time for sipping. We use flasks of elements and smash them fast. It makes a mess, Inquisitor. That appeals, or it doesn't.
You use alchemy, magic, alchemy.
Is this a magical talent? Or a study in brewing elixirs?
No, Inquisitor. I will not assign a circle reading list or instruct the basics of brewing. Let your people do the preparation. I teach how to survive what we do.
Why is this a good discipline?
Why would this suit me?
It suits you if you make it suit. There's no way to make elemental chaos sensible if you're not the type. The enemy will know you're coming, but like a boat before the storm, what can they do besides batten down and pray? The Tempest leaps where they shouldn't, and makes the battle fit them. Is that you?
Yeah. Your name is just Keem?
Is your name a title? Keem seems underwhelming.
Should it be Tornado, or Gale, or Bluster Kerfuffle, Master of Windy Import? Tempest is simplicity. Unpredictable does not mean foolish. Spirited does not mean arrogance. Let your enemies make those mistakes, and pay the price time and again.
Start me on the path.
Very well. Let's see where this leads.
Grand. But first, we set the conditions. This instruction, the first and least, will show the path your store will take. Small steps, Inquisitor. The last of the card.
Okay. And with that done, let's, fine. We're going to be a Tempest, but let's just...
I'm waiting, Inquisitor. If you don't have the patience for the job already, you'll find Artificer a poor fit.
Blah, blah, blah. Show me what it... Oh.
I'm ready to start learning.
You need tools. And to walk some simple paces. Here are instructions to follow. Your last, so far as I'm concerned. After this, you instruct the course of every fight. If you've the patience.
The profession of assassin requires more than I have seen. More than has been done.
Blah, blah, blah. Start me on the path.
I'm ready to start learning.
He is willing. Will it always be so? There are tasks, processes, ways to train the mind and body. They require simple motions. First steps. Then we shall see what he may become.
Okay. But we're going to be a Tempest. But now that we've done all that, what's left here? We will meet our Arcanist next time. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Be safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.